if you think way back to pre-COVID, we were in certain routines. There was a certain peddling that was going on in terms of this is what we need to be doing, and we need to be achieving this much, and we need to be this. There's a lot of needs and shoulds and structures, and a lot of 3D energy. Now, 3D energy, when I talk about that, I'm referring to our physical, our body, our mental, emotional, and our personality structure. So you could call it our egos. So it's the thing that we think is us. When we wake up in the morning, this is who I am, this is what I'm doing, and this whole structure that wiggles around the world and interacts with people. And then what happened was when we went into lockdown, you started to recognize priorities that may not have been so obvious to you before. And so for many of us, the entire world going into lockdown actually stopped the hamster wheeling that we were doing very unconsciously previously. So we're all stopped, and we're all looking around and thinking, okay, what is actually true for me? Now, alongside this 3D stopping, which is the physical, emotional, mental, egoic personality stop, there was also a huge uncovering or raising of what I term the 5D collective. So that is the really the oneness, or the energy of connection, the energy of knowing at a very deep level that we are actually all connected with each other, and ultimately we are all one and the same thing. The consciousness or the awareness of everything. As that has risen upwards, it has met the settling. So if you imagine it's kind of rising up like this, and our mental energy is calming down, so we're able to meet it more. And for many of us, we've had very spiritual awakenings in this period of time, where we've kind of woken up out of ourselves and gone, oh, I'm not a hamster on a wheel. I'm not just my physical, mental, emotional body. I'm not just my ego. Actually, I am a much deeper, more expansive, and more connected spirit. This is the kind of thing that when I say, have you landed? It's the question of, have you seen that? And this landing then gives you choice. The next phase is really coming into more and more connection with that. So for some of you, you might have seen that very strongly, and you really are spending a lot of time in what we term the 5D. So maybe through the meditation or Reiki practice, you see more and more clearly, oh, I am not just my ego. I'm not just my little body personality. When I am really immersed in my spiritual energy or my awareness, I can start to see these patterns of behavior. Now, those patterns of behavior might be your own patterns of behavior, maybe the patterns around you. You might have more clarity when other people's energy is coming in. I've definitely been noticing this when they come in. It's almost like I can see their energy and what they're trying to get from me, or what they're trying to do, and what their fears are. And it's like I can see all their shit. And then I can see all mine as well. So it's like this interaction, this play that then happens. But what's really fascinating for me is, I think for all of us, we are able to detach a lot more easily than we could have done a few years ago. And that detachment is partly because we've had this 2 years of isolation. So we've really become much clearer on what's my stuff, because we haven't had to interact with people all the time, every day, just mindlessly going through our routines. For many of us, we've actually had the opportunity to separate. And through that separation, we have gained much more clarity. What is my stuff? What is other people's stuff? Now, as you go back in, the key, I think, is to start seeing the game, or the energy that is above the essence, or the drama, the stories, the war, the vaccine, the this, the that, all just drama. And honestly, you can really get involved in that and get all dramatic yourself, or you can drop under it. Now, when you drop under it, that's where the direction is. So the direction is not up there in the drama. The direction, your true direction, is before all the drama, when you're in your quiet space. When I say direction, I don't confuse it with action or job title or what you are doing. I'm not talking about that. It's not about what you're doing. You may just go straight back into your work. Everything on paper might appear completely the same as it was 2 years ago. However, how are you different? How are you operating different? How are you speaking your truth, for example? Opening up your throat chakra, being more authentic. Or it may be that you're opening your heart center and you've got a lot more compassion for the people around you. So your interactions at work or your interactions in your home life are very different. I'm talking more about that direction. So that ability for you to duck under all the drama and gather your truth, or gather your true authentic self to express. And this is where we're going into next. So the more of us that can express ourselves authentically without any fear, and hopefully that has also become much easier for you as we've dropped all of this hamster wheeling. We're like, oh, actually, none of that was particularly important either. It's like, who cares? It's all just drama. And as we drop under that, then your truth as it comes up will help to illuminate other people's truth as well. Because as people start to see you doing things, doing your own thing, being your own self, and making choices based on what you feel like doing, what you enjoy doing, rather than just plowing down the same old, I think will make a big difference. And I see a lot of people doing this now. So the more and more people do this, the more permission there is. And there will be many, many tribes of people who are starting to gather, who are just doing this. And there's just so much freedom in it.